Hello guys, and welcome to the weekly weapons brief brought to you by Battlefield Vegas. My name is Rick, and today we're going to be talking about the G.I. Jane package. Livio's coming out to explain what it's like to fire each and every one of these guns for you guys. So for that, I'm turning it over to Livio.
Alright guys, Livio back here again to talk about another one of our packages. Today we're going to talk about the G.I. Jane package. We've got 3 guns here to talk about, and as always, if you want to shoot it in any other order than what we're showing you here today, just make sure you let your RSO know before you get started. But today, I'm going to go in the order that we normally shoot on the range. We're going to start out with our SIG 226. Alright guys, so your SIG 226, this is a 9mm handgun. And just like with any of the others that we talk about, you want to make sure that your firing hand is all the way up top. Keep your thumbs pointed forward. Reach out in front of you, lean forward into it, and line up your sights. Always remember that after every time you take a shot to come get back through your rear sights to your front sight, always line up your sights, remind yourself of that. When it does go off, it is gonna have some recoil. It should come up about that high on recoil. Make sure that you just line it back up between every shot. When you squeeze your trigger's gonna have 2 parts to it. There's the slack where nothing happens, and then there's the drop. This particular handgun has a lot of slack, about 3/4 of the way back before it gets tight, before the drop. So make sure that you take up that slack first before you line your sights up, and then slowly let the rest go. That way it'll be a little bit more accurate, it'll be a little easier, and don't forget to breathe, guys. Alright, so the second gun that we're going to go into is your MP5. This variant here that I have is the MP5 SD. It has a suppressor on it. We don't normally start with this gun. It is on the package, but usually we grab the standard. If you do want the suppressor, make sure you let your RSO know before going out to the range that this is a specific one that you want. With the suppressor on it, it's a lot heavier, it's a lot quieter, so even on full auto, this thing is super easy. It's like, I've said it before, this thing is like a cat purring in your hands when it's going off. It's really nice, but it is heavy, so you want to probably put your elbow on the bench, let it rest in your hand, so you don't have to hold it up. It's not so heavy on you. Make sure you keep it tight in your shoulder, put your cheek on the stock so you can look through the rear sight aperture and line up your sights with the target. You do want to make sure that you keep your cheek on the stock. That way you can keep your sights locked in, and it's a lot safer that way to keep it tight to the gun. Alright guys, so your third and final gun on this package is going to be your M4. So this M4, if you want the pink one guys, it also has a set of bipods on it. Because it is a little bit heavier, it'll be a little easier to shoot it off of your bipods. You don't have to shoot it that way. You can hold on to your foregrip or hold on to it like this. A lot of the other M4s that you have, this is also a request item. But most of the other ones that you have, you're going to hold it just like you do the M4, tighten your shoulder, bring your cheek down so that you can use the red dot sight in here. This one's going to be louder, but the recoil is still not that bad. By design of the gun, even though you're shooting a more powerful round, the recoil still isn't that bad, but on full auto it will have a lot more muzzle climb that you'll notice, so that you want to make sure that you keep it tight and try to get yourself squared off with the target while you're shooting it, guys.
Alright, thanks Livio for coming on and breaking these weapons down for us.
Always.
If you guys have comments, questions, interests, leave them at the bottom, and we'll see you next week on the weekly weapons brief. Thanks again.